Greetings and welcome to a Monday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is November 4th. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan! I gotta say,
My ears.
I am. I had a terrible football weekend, but I just found the TGL that they have the odds out for the season, and that really got the whole podcast fired up.
I mean, come on. You got odds for a screen league that's never existed before. Nobody even knows what they're playing. Or presumably, you know, some guys are going to take it more seriously than others. Do attributes.
Not to mention who's going to bet on the ball. Like, can't there be like misreads and like wouldn't screen golf potentially like have some tomfoolery?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
like,
I don't want to call into question the integrity of the league before it started, but you could literally rig this thing like the ball hits a screen and nobody knows. You could just push a button and decide it's going to go 5 feet to the hole because I want the ball frogs to win.
There's going to be
and it's better for TV.
TGL comes out and there's like a hole in one every match, no matter what.
Odds. Get out of here.
Well,
it's November 3rd.
We're going to go through them in TGL minute.
Okay, we'll do TGL minute later. What happened with let's do Swag Sports minute. I know everybody's looking for football talk. All the listeners demanding more football talk. It's universal.
Tons going on in the golf world right now.
They want 55 minutes on the Toto Japan Classic. That's what they want. And then the Challenge Tour qualifier.
I was watching a little Toto last night.
Were you?
It's just a tiny bit. I literally watched like 20 minutes of it.
Okay.
All right.
That's a tough Saturday night. I mean, come on. I'm not sure I'm confident of that.
Well, this is what happens on the West Coast. Those football games end.
Yeah.
And it's like 9. And we had, I'd been on Josie duty all day. Yeah. And you know what I did? I just was like, I'm going to sleep. I watched like 20 minutes of the Toto. And I was like, I'm going to sleep.
Put you to bed.
It's like 9 p.m. It was great. 9 p.m. with daylight.
An hour.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you gain anything? This is a preposterous commentary, especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
The kid just gets up an hour earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was 5:30 and my kid's like kicking me to get out of bed.
Yeah. But the good news is it gets dark at like 4:30 now. It's just great. It's really cool. Good way to go into the winter. Good part of the year. It's November. Are you going to grow a mustache for Movember or whatever they call it?
I haven't shaved in November. I'd have to shave everything. I don't think I was built for a mustache, but I think that's part of the charm of it.
You can do the dick cut thing. You can do a dick cut. It could be, Movember.
I think my problem is I would just get like a porn stash. Like it wouldn't get thick enough. That's the problem. You need real girth if you want to pull off a good mustache.
Do you have any like important meetings this month? I feel like you got some things to do. Place that. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, this would be the month to do it.
You come in looking like a complete jamoke. Yeah, all right. Movember is just a thing that all of a sudden we're supposed to act like is important. Been around forever. What?
You'd look better than Matt Eberflus. What a fucking clown.
He got beat up.
Does not get off the bus. Do you know how many points they've scored in the first quarter this year? No. Through 8 games? 8 games.
No, but I can't wait for you to tell me.
Take a guess.
First quarter points. This is 8 games. Let's go like 24.
10 points in the first quarter.
Not ready to play.
1.25 points per game.
Not ready to play. My high school classmate, Jonathan Gannon, outcoached your guy, the stylish Matt Eberflus. What's your record now?
4-4. It's a joke. Kevin Clark put a question up on X that was like, "What's changed about your team this season?" And I replied, "Nothing. Nothing's changed."
I thought you were like all
we just have
full
the
of life and energy.
We have the
you
Bears.
were all optimistic.
Gotta get rid of this coach. I'm not done on everything, but the entire coaching staff shouldn't get on the plane in Arizona.
The offensive coordinator seems to be an issue. He seems to be sort of a.
I mean, he's new. They literally had like a players meeting after like the fourth week of the season, and he had to change. He like made concessions to his offense. Like he's coached 4 games for them.
What happened with Illinois? Why'd you say I wasn't dialed in?
They lost at home to Minnesota. You know, this is
did.
it was a
PJ,
classic. It was a classic Big Ten West duel. You know, this Big Ten West rivalry.
They rode the boat out of town. PJ Fleck. Is he still doing that, PJ? PJ Clark? He's still doing that? Like, I mean, you've gone like 6 seasons of like 6-6 and you're still going to shout row the boat. Like, I mean, at some point, it just doesn't.
He wears the tie.
Yep.
Does he still do that?
Oh yeah.
With the windbreaker and all that.
Tie and like a sweater. He wears a sweater and a tie.
I love that they don't have a dome stadium in Minnesota. I love that for all these NFL franchises, the Browns included. Bills try and go soft with domes. I love that Minnesota still has outdoor.
Well, it wasn't in Minnesota. It was in Champaign.
I know that. I know. Separate.
It was such a classic Illinois loss. I mean, my football team is the same team that it's been for decades. With Illinois and the Bears. This was like the Bears have no offense, are just getting completely. We've gotten out coached since Lovie Smith left town, and now
I think you got out coached when he was in town.
Lovie was great. Lovie
was for
Lovie
Chicago.
Was like
he was
the highlight of Bears football of my lifetime.
Fair, fine.
But anyways, it's the same football team. It's like life is just, it never changes for me with football. We have, our once in a decade good Illinois team, but once in a decade good Illinois team always loses a game that it should win. Always. And it's like everybody's melting down in college football. Everybody's losing. And you have nobody left on the schedule of consequence. And if you just get to you only lose to Ohio or to Oregon and Penn State, they might be in the playoff. You would have a chance.
I guess maybe an outside chance. Yeah, they were ranked for like
a crazy outside chance.
Yeah, they were ranked for over a month. In the top 25. But
and then you lose to Minnesota in Champaign.
Minnesota. I'm sorry to hear
Keep saying
that.
Minneapolis.
Yeah,
I think I'm just triggered that it's in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't get as much recognition as it should.
What? What doesn't? The university?
Yeah. Because it's in this huge city.
Yeah. Twin cities, even.
Twin cities.
Yeah. Well, they haven't, they haven't had much.
This is the thing.
Only
an insane person would go to Minneapolis and be like, I check into college in September and I leave in May. Like I'm just dooming myself to awful weather.
I mean, I went to school in Boston. I like, you talk about daylight savings. Like you start that first Sunday, it gets dark there at like what feels like 3:30, and I'm like, what am I doing here?
In Syracuse, you don't see the sun after Halloween until like May 1st. Just goes away. And you get like 70 feet of snow in the meantime.
Yeah, you get the lake effect up there. Oh, anyways, yeah, we didn't pick winners necessarily for weather.
I'll never forget my freshman year. I was never a great. I never would have won a Scholastic Achievement Award in my college days. And remember, I had the last final for, I think it was my chemistry class, chemistry was really a thorn in my side.
You took chemistry in college?
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of college, but I got to take chemistry.
I took chemistry twice.
Sure.
And this, so I had the last final. It was like a Saturday morning in December. And the day before it snowed like 2 feet. And it was a Saturday morning at like the buses had stopped running. And my dorm was as far away from the test as you could get.
And it was a big state school. Probably not a short walk.
And it was like -5.
Yeah.
Windy.
Yeah.
And I went to this final. I knew I failed it. I knew I failed the class. And I had to walk home 25 minutes. I just was like, what am I doing? What I like almost just laid down and gave up. And just said,
in the snow?
I'm not going any further. Just walking right into this wind.
Yeah, pretty good. Browns would have been better laying down and giving up today. To put a bow on Swag Sports Minute. The Jameis thing was fun for a week. We're done. We stink. We're terrible. We got our doors blown off. Go to swag.golf. Peruse a wide variety of subjects, whether it's head covers, it's top of the line putters. We give away with one of those earlier with our partnership with Swag. They've been giveaways or prizes, not giveaways, prizes at our events for a couple of years now. They're money. They're primo. I'm sometimes skeptical of these things, as is my nature. I'm just skeptical. I'm skeptical of Movember and what that is and why we're supposed to genuflect at that all of a sudden. But I was skeptical. I was like, what's this all about? Then I got up close and personal with the Swag putters at our events. I was like, geez, these are sick. You go to swag.golf. Look, they got the drops
You're
that
a
sell out
skeptical
right
person.
away. Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
You're always like hunching over in the media center, sniffing the food.
What? That's not a thing that's ever happened. That's evidence of me being skeptical.
I think you're just skeptical by nature.
I've got a discerning eye. I'm critical. The food.
You're the pickiest person.
That's
pickiest
not
person
true.
in the media center.
Well, I mean, I think that's just a common. I don't think media center food is a place where you just throw caution to the wind and you just take a full. Like, I just don't think that's a good approach for your health. And your well-being in the short and long term.
You're sniffing around in the media center.
Sniffing around?
You hate rotisserie chicken. You hate bananas.
I do. I've got tastes. I've got preferences. This is not uncommon.
I'm saying
for people.
I would agree that you're skeptical of everything.
Yeah.
You're skeptical
But
by
I was
nature.
I was impressed with the Swag putters, and you can be too. At swag.golf, your high school teammate launched that company. They are hot. They're running hot over there. Thanks to them for supporting Swag Sports Minute. There's just not a lot of sports related to golf this weekend, but we're going to rip through it. On the LPGA at the Toto Japan Classic, Andy was locked into all weekend, apparently. Ryo Takada wins. She beats Marina Alex in a 6-hole or 5-hole. It was 6-hole playoff at Seta Golf Course. It was shortened to 54-hole event because of just a tropical storm. I think they got 4 inches of rain on like Friday, Saturday, almost 4 inches of rain. So they cut it to 54, eventually goes to 60 holes with a playoff. I love that the 2 playoff holes were par 5s. Doesn't seem to that's not really like putting, speed and efficiency first and foremost, right? I mean, why choose the longest holes on the course? 3 to 2.5 shotters to get in there. 3 approach shots. 3 to get to the green. I can't speak right now. But why pick 2 par 5s? And then they got a 6-hole playoff. Ryo Takada wins. She is now, I think, an 8-time winner on the Japan LPGA. Sort of had an interleague play going on here, and clash of the titans. We had an LPGA player and a Japan LPGA player. She beats Marina Alex. She now gets
I don't think that gets talked about enough, is like that some of the best women in the world just play on different tours.
What's interesting is this Japan event. I think like 4 of the last 5 winners or 5 of the last 6 have all been Japanese players.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you wonder, if the tour went more places, should go to Korea more often. Koreans seem to be winning everywhere. They seem to travel okay. But yeah, the Japanese LPGA have feasted at this event, and Takada's the latest, which is kind of cool. I like that you had an LPGA versus the home tour in a 6-hole playoff. She gets status now on the LPGA. She can bypass Q School, and she's going to do that, it sounds like, for 25.
So, like,
go ahead.
Soccer is probably like the best comp for having best players in a few different places. Some of the best. I don't think maybe.
And then they do the Champions League to combine them for a minute, for a summer. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your LPGA finish. Also in women's golf, Charlie Hall won the Aramco event in Saudi Arabia. That was, I think, on Friday night or Saturday. Their Saturday. That ended early.
She couldn't smoke any cigarettes because of the laws too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I can't keep up with all the laws. Okay. Can't smoke. Can't create catnip content, So congrats to her.
There's nothing else to talk about then.
On the Challenge Tour, we had the Road to Mallorca standings. That's the Challenge Tour rankings. Rasmus Nørgaard Peterson wins. He's going to the DP.
Did you watch any of this?
Not really. No, I'm not going to fake it and say I did. Why?
I watched a little bit of this. This place was a complete dartboard. It was dartboard weekend. Everywhere it was.
Well, I mean, it's November 1st. It was Club de Golf Alconda in Mallorca, Spain. What? Do you have anything else? No, it was just a dartboard. That's prime.
The golf course.
For...
Honestly, the golf course was like maybe one of the worst courses I've seen televised. I don't know anything about it, but I was just looking at it and I was like,
"You're offended."
I was just like, "Where are they playing?" I think like part of it was like really bad camera angles too. It was just like an extremely low grade production.
Well, it's like DP World Tour qualifying in Mallorca.
It was like a beautiful setting. The course was just trash.
I'm sure. Yeah. You had Robin Williams. He finished 14th. Patch Adams down there at 14. And then you had Dion Primetime Germashus finished 15th. So he didn't primetime. I know it's a rejuvenation year in Boulder, but not on the Challenge Tour. Others, Connor Purcell.
Have you seen that movie Brave?
I don't think so. Who's playing with the pen? There's some sort of little like clicking noise going on. I was just dropping on your desk. All right. No, you're fine. You don't need to apologize.
Stuff around.
That's fine.
Hamish. There's this movie Brave.
Yeah.
My daughter is
the animated. Yeah. Yes.
I have to. Sometimes she likes to reenact it, and we make a doll Hamish. But there's a Hamish in this field. It was a name that I had never come across until the movie Brave. And there's the Hamish.
It's a
Hamish
Scottish
Brown.
masculine given name. All right. It's anglicized version of Seamus. Gaelic name Seamus is what I say. So, which kind of makes a little bit of sense. So,
I like Hamish.
He's 5th. He's got his card, I think. He's going to the DP World Tour. We'll have more Hamish minutes in 2025.
Hamish.
Elsewhere.
We get some good names for the for European
Toby Tree.
Yeah, notables. We're picking up some good notables.
Yeah. Elsewhere in golf, Bryson returned to SMU. Gets the parades in the convertible. He's in the student section with the U.S. Open trophy. He's, a man of the people is what they were calling him. He's eating it up. He's putting it on a tee. I think he's way more popular than when he was in school as a defending NCAA champ for his school and a USAM champ. What was when you go to we had Harry Higgs on long before this podcast was anything. I think long before Harry had made it, early on in before he became.
This is when he was on
really
the Corn Ferry Tour, or the first time.
he talked about they would go to some Mexican joint in wherever it is, like Highland Park, somewhere, College Park, whatever university, I forget the name of it, where SMU is. Great, nice area. They'd go to a Mexican place. Wouldn't he just order like pitchers of chocolate milk or something like that at a Mexican restaurant in the Dallas area? I think he stuck to himself when he was SMU. I don't think he was ever in the student section at a football game before last night, is what I'm saying.
No, definitely not. This is a whole new Bryson. You know
but
what?
Now
this is,
you know.
Let me tell you something. This is what life on the Live Golf Tour allows. It allows you to blossom like Bryson. I can't wait till they talk about this at a upcoming press conference. They're just going to be, they're gonna look at how much better Bryson's life is since he went to Live.
Hey, real talk. If you were to weight percentages of like why Bryson is where he is right now, what percentage would you give to Live? Like
I think that there's actually, it's like a significantly true statement that Live has been really good for him. I just think he might be like the one of 3 people in total that like me and Dean Burmeister. It's been really good for him. I feel like it's been really good for Louis Oosthuizen at a personal level. He's never had better tractors in his life.
Yep.
But I think like I would say I think like maybe 70%. What do you think? I think the tour was.
I mean, I think it's mostly YouTube and winning the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but like what he does on YouTube. He was able to do that when he left the tour with the rights. Like half
I see what you're saying.
Some of the stuff he does there, like he wouldn't have been able to do. Like especially the early, like he's expanded that YouTube, but a lot of the early stuff was like shooting stuff on site at Live events.
Okay.
And with other Live players, like didn't have to get releases. Like honestly, I think the YouTube is attributed to Live.
I think he's learned to play the game a little bit better too, for sure. Like the PR game, he's been good. He's
maybe we need some
tools in his toolkit.
Need to find out the name of his media training coach.
No, we need fewer media trained guys, not more.
He could be another. He could be like the chaplain. Scotty's got the chaplain. Bryson's got his media training coach.
Elsewhere, Bryson returns to SMU. Nelly Corda's in the SI. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. That's on the top of every website. That's how you know it was a slow weekend in golf. Nelly Corda is doing the SI. There's a report in the Sun. I'm going to read a nuclear golf tweet. The Sun in the UK is reporting that a deal between the PGA Tour and Live is close to being finalized and is pending final approval. I mean, you could say anything's pending final approval. What is final approval? Another 25 months of talks. Valued at $1.3 billion US, Live will reportedly play its events under the PGA Tour umbrella and get an 11% stake in the tour. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy reportedly played a major role in getting the deal across the finish line. Paragraph break. This reporting has yet to be corroborated by credible sources in golf. Oh, well, we finished with kind of an important detail there. I'm not familiar with the whole rubric of British and UK newspapers, but I think the Sun is not a good one. I could be wrong. It seems like they're suggesting this is not credible despite the tweet. There's not really hard details in there. It's close to being finalized, pending final approval. So, but that's one thing. I don't know. I don't think we're that close.
I don't know. It seems I it could be
Department
wrong.
of Justice, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's out of their hands a little bit, right? Final approval.
I think so, but who knows? Maybe this is right. Maybe the Sun's right. Maybe
the Sun.
If it is right, I would assume, like, if I was going to give it oxygen for a second, if it is right, then I assume then that the Saudis would, so they're going to get bought for $1.3 billion. So they lost, 700,000, maybe a little bit more, or 700 million, or maybe a couple hundred more. And then you have the right to invest more. Is that how that would work? I don't know. Are they just passing money back and forth? Is that how it's going to work?
You think the tour? I need to read that again. I closed the window. I'm not. No, we're giving this too much oxygen. Let's move on.
I'm just pointing out how this might work.
Yeah. The Worldwide Technologies Championship field is out. Came out last Friday.
It's not at where's it at now? What's the resort?
El Cardinal.
It's on the Baja, right?
I believe so. Yeah, someone offered us a timeshare there. If
really?
We wanted to go. Yeah, but we had to pay $1,500. I was like, well, I don't think
we're looking more for the resort handout. That's what we're looking for. Everything's covered.
Butterfield, get at us. That field. Billy Andrade's in it. I'm not going to do Cutthroat Corner right now, but Billy Andrade, great character in the history of golf. Look at this. PJ's pumping his fist.
PJ's so excited.
He was like, he missed Phoenix by he was 48th. He just missed the top 36, and now he just gets to play in a PGA Tour event. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
It's incredible.
He's not one of the 36 best Champions Tour players. He's in the PGA Tour field that has real significance of hey, if I win this and I play well the last 2 weeks, I get in signature events. So he went from not being able to hold on. Let me just explain this. Listen. Mitch Richmond has been deemed that he can't make a big three lineup anymore. The senior tour of basketball, the big three. He wasn't good enough to make one of the rosters, but we're going to sign him. The Magic are going to sign him, and he's going to have a chance to compete, in the NBA playoffs this year. That's insane. He literally didn't make the top 36 on the senior tour.
On the seniors. There were the Club Pro from Mill River beat him out.
And he's playing on the highest tour in the world this week.
I like Billy Andrade.
It has nothing personally to do with him. I'm sure he's a great guy.
The Billies in the PGA Tour history have really delivered. Billy Andrade, total content. Billy Mayfair, of course, just in a bonanza. And now we have Billy Boy Horschel. The Billies, if you're not going with William or Will and you stick with Billy, you're liable to bring some entertainment to the tour. But he's gonna go. He's going Worldwide Technologies. I think this is the whole.
What about Billy Hurley, the Master and Commander?
Master and Commander. Guy who apparently, per sources, would commandeer as one does, as the admiral, I should say. He would demand PGA Tour social, share clips of him and emphasize his apparently at some charity event on a Monday or something. And it's PGA Tour with its 2 million Twitter followers needs to cover, and you need to tweet about this. You're a member-run organization. That's my only Billy Hurley fact I got. Seems like a good guy. Served our country.
Well, the thing about it is everybody had to do whatever he wanted because he served our country.
Yeah.
He comes out of that. Everybody had to answer it, be at his beck and call. He might be the one PGA Tour player that needed to be served by 700 people.
Yeah, we'll talk more Worldwide Technologies. It's crazy. It's insane as this season comes to a close. There's 3 precious starts left. There's actual stakes. You got Billy Andrade, can't make Phoenix, but he gets a slot at the sponsors exemption.
The good news is he's sharp. He's been grinding and he just barely missed out.
He's straight from Prestonwood and Cary, North Carolina, and Little Rock and all these places. Richmond. He's been playing. Other guys haven't, maybe.
What a preposterous sport that this is.
This is where I get. We talked last week about the changes to cards and all that becoming more cutthroat. There's a subjective line somewhere in baseball. It's a guy's only allowed to hit 150 for so long, right? You can't that's it. You don't get to keep hitting 150 and stay in the lineup or on the roster.
No
So,
other sport is this happening.
So where is the line in golf? Like I just did like 25 missed cuts in a row. That's where they struggle. I think they're just still, Billy Andrade, I would suggest is over the line at a moment that's not, the Grant Thornton challenge. This is like there's stakes here in these last three events. But the PJ's indignant. You want your
T26, T43, T29, T45 in his last four starts.
On the
He's in the top
Champions Tour.
He's in the top 50.
Okay. I had nothing against Billy personally.
I love that PJ's
Seems like a
bringing
good
the stats.
T45. Come on. I didn't even hear any like T25, top 25s in there.
What's it on the year? What do you have any good finishes on the year? Do you have a top 10?
T6 at the Dick Open in June.
Endicott.
June.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy New York.
Yeah.
Only top 10 on the year?
Yeah, only top 10 on the year. However, the Sanford International on September 15th was a T15. That's his second best finish of the year, it looks like.
Sanford International. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago, a month and a half ago. He might be hot. Might be hot. That's your Worldwide Technologies field, early field. Let's do a read for our friends at AG1. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. Been trying to find, health bugs. I honestly like this time of year, the health kind of like goes to shit, right? And you drink too much around the holidays, you eat too much junk. Obviously your Halloween candy is just runneth over. It's not great. It's not great. You get a little paunch going. AG1 is a way to balance that out a little bit. Start every morning. You don't want to be chasing your nutrients. You don't want to be chasing supplements. AG1 is a good way to get a good base, solid base going. You shake it in the bottle for however long you want. It could be 10 seconds, could be 30 seconds, whatever it is. You chug it down and you're good. You've got a good start to your day. Obviously this is out there. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. It's running a special Black Friday offer for all of November or Movember. I don't know how you pronounce that in some instances, but they're running a Black Friday offer for all of November. It's a daily health drink packed with nutrients to help alleviate bloating, which I know you're not a fan of, support sustained energy and whole body health. So this holiday season, try AG1 for yourself or even gift it to someone special. I like that. I like that as a gift. Consumable good. Something, you know what I'm sick of? My kids just stacking toys to the ceiling. More shit that they don't need. This is something that can be used and consumed and is of value. So it's this AG1 for yourself or gift it to someone special. It's the perfect time to focus on supporting your body with an easy and surprisingly delicious daily health drink. I'll support that. It was surprisingly delicious. I was skeptical, like I am, of bananas. I was looking at that like green, juice. I'm like, oh, I don't know, but it was good. It was surprisingly delicious daily health drink, and that's why I've been partnering with AG1 for so long now. Every week of November, AG1 will be running a special Black Friday offer for a free gift with your first subscription, in addition to the welcome kit with vitamin D3 and K2. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/shotgun to see what gift you can get. A new gift each week this week. That's drinkag1.com/shotgun to start your holiday season off on a healthier note while supplies last. All right. Do you want to talk about any Bubble Boys? I feel like we'll do that on Wednesday.
Let's do our TGL segment.
Okay, TGL minute here. Who doesn't want TGL talk in early November? Okay.
So when we were looking the other day on the Club TFE Hangout, there was a lot of TGL talk. So I was poking around the website, and I found on each individual player page.
You're very loud, PJ. It's loud.
I'm loud?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe my headphones are too loud. On each individual page on TGL. I don't want to make you too quiet. All right.
No, we're good.
Look at this guy.
Like real-time production.
You know what? He's getting shotgun started. You know what happened? He almost didn't turn his mic on before the call. He forgot to plug it in. You know,
The wrong audio input. Yeah.
We're infecting him. He started on top of everything. He's being
he's a
dragged down to our level.
Went to a
Slowly but
real
surely.
broadcasting and journalism school in Syracuse. He was a real pro, working for the Lions, and now he just has his levels off and his inputs out. Okay, go ahead, PJ.
This thing tries to automatically level itself out, and I don't like it.
Okay.
All right,
That's what I was saying before the pod. We gotta get this guy a new mic. He's gotta have our kind of mic, our mic set up.
Poking around on the TGL website, every player on the TGL website has, almost every player, I should say, has a quote assigned to them on their player page, like their stats page, from Tiger or Rory. And these are the most boilerplate, like totally not personal at all, just kind of mad libby statements. So I figure if we have nothing else better to do, let's take a look at some of these quotes and see if you can determine who Tiger and Rory are talking about of the members of the TGL.
Okay.
First, I'll get out in front of it. The entire Bay Golf Club has no quotes. So we are eliminating Ludwig, Shane Lowry, Midwoo, and Wyndham Clark are not part of this. I don't know why.
You know why? I bet that when they collected the quotes, they weren't sure who was going to be on the Bay, because I think that was Rahm's team.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Piecing it together. That
Well,
would
you
also...
know, this is Rahm was going to be a Bay guy. We could have hung out in the Bay. Could have gone and played golf with Rahm, but now it's just Ludwig and Lowry. I wonder if Ludwig's been to the Bay.
It's a good question. I mean, did Texas Tech have an event? Maybe played somewhere.
Maybe.
Out there? Maybe. Don't think he's been on tour. Go ahead, PJ.
That's what That's a great question.
Is interesting. That is interesting.
He's like the star player of the team.
I mean, I think
he may have never been there.
I think we should audit that for every roster. Has so-and-so ever been to Jupiter? There's potential.
I mean, I think like most of these are like Atlanta, all of them been there. Jupiter, all of them have been there. Los
New York,
Angeles,
Boston.
every one of those guys has played Riviera. New York, they've all played in. Boston, they've all played in.
Okay.
I think the one that you could pull into question, I don't know if Ludwig's been to San Francisco, and it's a great question. Have you been? Have you ever been to San Francisco? Should absolutely be asked as soon as possible.
Yep.
I think we should get out in front of that now. That's good. I like that a lot.
Maybe we'll put an official ask. The TGL is always offering us clarity and insight into what they're doing. So we should make an official ask.
Okay. All right. So what are these quotes?
All
PJ?
right. So we'll start. I feel like you guys are going to be able to get this one. Blank will not only be a valuable teammate given his talents on the course, but will bring his entertaining personality and style to TGL. End quote.
Style?
I mean, I don't even remember who's in this league.
Blank will be what?
Not only a valuable teammate given his talent on the course, but will bring his entertaining personality and style to TGL.
Style.
Billy Horschel.
Jason Day, Malbon boy. Is he even in this?
Jason Day is not in the TGL.
All right. I got to study it.
I'm going to send you the teams really quick. So you got.
I got it open.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Billy's my guess. Is that wrong?
That is wrong.
Style. It's Lucas Glover and his sweaty pants.
It could have been Ricky, right?
Oh yeah, Ricky.
This is Kevin Kisner bringing his entertaining personality and style.
What's his
to
style?
The TGL. I don't know. That's why I picked that one.
Southern frat boy. I feel like we've got a lot of people with this similar style to Kiz.
Is he still sponsored by Wilson? Looks like it.
On the TGL website, he is. Yes.
So you should have to play Fat Chefs into the screen.
These are ways that you can make TGL more interesting. Just pull out like 90s equipment, have him hit the killer whale.
I mean, come on. It's all, yeah. It's all a gag, anyways. Let's go. Let him do it.
All right.
What else?
Blank is an incredibly smart, intellectual player. No one is better when it comes to golf course management.
It's gotta be Fitz.
Wow. Matthew Fitzpatrick, Rory McIlroy describing Team Europe's Matthew Fitzpatrick.
When's Fitz getting rolled into Northwestern on a convertible in the student section with his own U.S. Open trophy?
Have you seen their field this year? It's pretty sick.
Cool. That's great.
Right on the water.
Evanston. Yeah. They should keep it.
I should go back. Is Illinois playing there this year?
The battle to be Chicago's Big Ten team. Right?
Let's see.
Play every year.
They're at Northwestern.
I think tickets are really expensive.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, rivalry week.
I don't know if I'm going home.
Going home for Thanksgiving. What else we got, PJ?
All right, this is another good one.
That would be great. I might go home now.
This could just apply to anybody. Blank is a very impressive young player, and his style of play will really translate well to his TGL team.
Did they say these quotes? These are so made up. Like these are AI generated.
Well, that's why I think they're funny.
Wait,
That's
what
Sahith.
is it?
I'm going with Sahith, young guy.
Very impressive young player whose style of play will translate really well to his TGL team. Tiger Woods is attributed to this quote.
Minwoo Lee.
Cameron Young is a very impressive young player, and his style of play will translate really well to his TGL team. God. Do you think Tiger Woods has ever uttered those words before?
Well, he's impressive. Course looks good. I like my swing. I like my chances.
Well,
the swing feels good. I like my chances. That was an old Jim Rome bit.
This is one that I think Tiger did say just because of one specific word in this quote. Blank is one of the best irons players in the game and one of golf's top shot makers. He's super tough.
Hideki?
Not Hideki. No, Justin Thomas. Tiger talking about his best friend. He's super tough. One of the best irons players in TGL.
Okay.
These are. I'll do one more. Here we go. This one's a little bit. This one's specific.
Headshots do these guys no favors on the TGL website.
God. No.
Kisner looks like he didn't do Kisner.
Well, I mean, it's like when they had Rory do it from the RV.
Yeah. I mean, Keegan Bradley's head is clearly photoshopped onto like just some ball frog sweater. It looks ridiculous.
Did you see the video that got released about building the Boston team in Tyrrell?
Yes, Nesson, like the local affiliate, could not have any clue that Tyrrell Hatton has left for Live. And they filmed it 2 years ago, and they promoted as Tyrrell Hatton being in the documentary, which he is in the documentary, probably, but maybe not the one to promote.
All right.
What other quotes we got?
I'll do one more. This one is very player specific. I feel like you should be able to get this one.
All right.
From the Palmer Cup to Walker Cup to President's Cup, Blank is the ultimate team player and an amazingly talented ball striker.
Palmer Cup to Walker Cup?
I gotta find
Morikawa.
Palmer Cup to Walker Cup.
Walker.
Wait, Palmer Cup to Walker Cup to President's Cup, not Ryder Cup, right?
Not Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Well, this is a tour affiliated endeavor.
Who hasn't played in a Ryder Cup?
I will say the Ryder Cup is mentioned in one of these quotes, so clearly we're not.
Is it Sahith?
No.
Who is it?
Is he on the Walker Cup? Did Sahith play the Walker Cup?
I thought he did. He was the number one AM in the world.
COVID though.
Oh yeah, he probably didn't play the Walker Cup.
It is Lucas Glover.
Oh my God.
The ultimate team player.
Wait, has he been on a President's Cup?
Yeah, probably the year he won the US Open.
Oh my God. 15 years ago? This is what we're talking about?
I can't believe I didn't know the Palmer Cup was around then. I mean, that was so long ago.
Come on. Wait. Of all the teams that these guys have played on, Lucas Glover's the one we're honing in on as being this ultimate team player. How many cups has he been in? He's never played a Ryder Cup, right?
Let's see. He never played a Ryder Cup. He's been on 2 President's Cup teams, 2 Palmer Cup teams, and 1 Walker Cup team.
Oh my God.
The Walker Cup in 2001. Andy wasn't even walking across the snow-covered dunes to his finals. He was still in high school.
I was in high school.
We're talking about this?
PJ, how old were you in 2001?
I was 2 years old.
Oh my God. And this is what we're using? They had to come up with something to say about Lucas Glover, and they looked him up, and they're like, "Oh, it's too." What? He's been on team competition since 2009.
Was this quote attributed to someone?
Tiger Woods.
There's no way. There's no way the Tiger said this.
I mean, it is. He has been on a President's Cup with them, right? 07 and 09. So maybe he has firsthand knowledge.
Maybe he's monitoring the Palmer Cup.
The 2000 Palmer Cup, 24 years ago.
It'd be the fact that the Palmer Cup was included. It's a great event, but I cannot believe that was included.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I did that one. I'm glad I said that one.
The website doesn't need to be populated with everything you can dream up. Barf out. God.
All right. You want some odds? You ready for odds?
Who doesn't want odds for TGL on November 4th?
All right. We'll do good value, bad value, or good value, bad value. We're not, Boston Common Golf's plus 300.
You're going to actually have to weigh in on whether
real
there's
quick.
value.
Let's run through them really quick.
All right. You're putting PJ on the spot.
Season odds, Boston Common Golf plus 300.
Well, I got to know, in order to get value, I got to know how they compare to everybody else.
They have the lowest odds.
The lowest odds. I'm going from lowest to highest.
And given that we've never seen anyone play in the Screen League and don't know the various motivations, what are we doing here?
Well, you got to think just off the top here.
From Keith, this is from Keith Stewart from Read the Line. The odds are provided by Caesars Sportsbook.
So I can bet on this, but I couldn't bet the Champs Tour?
That's ridiculous. That is
the bullshit. Champs Tour is real golf.
I think kind of. Let's not go. That's good enough to get guys exemptions.
I mean, shit. If Belly Andrade's getting spots in PGA Tour events after missing the top 36.
All right. So they're plus 300.
Good value, bad value, plus 300. There's 6 teams. Boston Common Golf opens the season as the favorite.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. My conspiracy brain thinks they want Rory Tiger in the finals here. So however the computer gets programmed there, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, is Tiger even going to be able to play in this?
I don't know.
I don't it up.
I don't know.
Who knows? Sunday Red.
Good value.
What are the other odds?
All right. New York Golf Club plus 400.
Can't believe we're talking.
That's Fitzy, Fowler, Xander, and Cam Young. Fitzy, Fowler, and Cam Young all coming off extremely lackluster seasons. And Xander Schauffele. That's your second best odds. I would have. What I still want to do is I want to track when players were announced for TGL. Their world rank then and their world rank now, because this team has really taken a nosedive since last year.
Yeah. Lucas Glover would be a good one to do that. Now they're having to throw out 2001 Palmer Cups anecdote. All right. What are their odds?
Right, next one. LA Golf Club plus 400. That's Sahith, Tommy Fleetwood, Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose. The Bay comes in right after it, plus 450. I know these are made up, but there's no way any of these handicappers even know how to set these odds. They don't even know what it is.
They don't know the competition. Is it alt shot? Is it 3-man alt shot? And then how do you get to the final? We're talking about an event that's going to be held March 24th at this point. The finals was what the odds are. All
All right,
go
Atlanta
ahead.
Drive plus 475. That's Glover, Cantlay, JT, Billy Boy. I mean, it feels like a value right there. Jump on the Drive.
I like that one.
That's
That's
your
a good value.
Your
We know
Jupiter
Luke-
Lynx. They might be the Browns of the
Slightly.
TGL plus 600. Tom Kim, fresh off breaking lockers.
Blockers.
Tiger Woods, who might be on the IR. Max Homa and Kevin Kisner.
This headshot of Kisner is they make him look like the biggest dope.
Do you think there's like a John Catlin for if
Well,
Tiger goes
that's where I
on the
was going
DL?
next.
Like
That's where I was going next.
Does somebody get called up?
Yeah, who's the fill-in? Is it just some swamp creature that lives nearby, and they call him in?
Mean Dean.
DJ gets on his boat, goes up the intercoastal
That would be incredible.
to the SoFi Center.
He's just
That's
in,
what I'm
like,
wondering.
He's in like black basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
He's got. It's not even a t-shirt. He's in a tank top. He's in a cutoff.
A fishing shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to be the fill-in for Tiger if his back can't? That's not that interesting actually, but it's relative to TGL, I suppose it is.
What's the best value on the board? It can't be Jupelinks. It cannot.
Why?
I want to bet. What would be the odds? Can I bet that they won't win?
I mean, eventually, I would imagine.
Like,
You can bet on anything.
what's the opposite of plus 600? Can I put some money on that?
You can probably eventually do that. You're gonna have to find a bookmaker, I think.
Well,
You can bet
Caesars.
on
I got to go to
anything these days.
Caesars.
It's ridiculous.
Do you think is Caesars in cahoots with the tour? Are they the official? Are they an official sports book of the tour? Do you think they got?
Aren't they all?
Do you
aren't
think they
all
got
official? Like,
exclusive first rights to first TGL odds?
hey,
I'm
what happened
surprised.
to PointsBet? I want PointsBet to set all the be the home of TGL betting. I don't see those ads anymore.
I'm surprised
PointsBet.
ESPN Bet doesn't have the exclusive
God.
TGL.
I
It's
think
on ESPN.
ESPN bet's hemorrhaging money. They don't think they can afford the.
Well,
They gotta
not
stick to the
if we
basics.
figure out who has the best value. They can.
That's true. That's true. Oh,
All right.
PointsBet.
There we
Where's
go.
Drew Brees?
TGL 20 minutes.
That's too much TGL. We'll do cutthroat or not cutthroat. We'll set up the fall. I'm kind of excited about the fall. The last three events, really, November golf, as excited as I can recall, quite frankly. So, God. All right, everyone, enjoy your Mondays. We'll be back. Enjoy.
Promise golf advice for Monday. We didn't do it.
Enjoy election Tuesday. We'll be back with you on Wednesday.
Hey, real quick. Never
What?
mind.
No, what?
I was just on Keith Stewart's website. Read the line.
Yeah.
He used the subject line, "The rains." I bless the rains in Africa for his Toto recap. Is it not a coincidence that event got just blasted
That's-
with rains when they should have been hosting it in Africa?
That's a good point. I forgot about that. Got 4 inches of rain. 54-hole event. Toto's revenge.
Toto's revenge.
Wow.
We got to hold the line for next year. We got to get this moved to Africa.
It'd be amazing if it got
Apparently, it's like a top of the line
54 hole
toilet. or
short.
something. I was told it's a top of the line toilet brand. Apparently, that's very popular in Japan. But now they've got a lower end LPGA event.
God,
All right.
can't even find the web. Toto. It's like, is it like Kohler of?
I don't know. All right. We'll talk to you. Everyone enjoy it. We'll talk to you Wednesday.